Hey guys, this is Josh Farley back with another video. In this video, I'm actually going to be doing more T-Mobile 5G home internet speed tests. I wasn't actually going to push out a video today because if you guys aren't, a follower of my channel, I actually posted two videos out today talking about a disappointing day. So if you guys want to watch another video on my channel that I have talking more about this, but I'll cut it short, for this video's sake. So I actually no longer have the Waveform 4x4 antenna connected right now. I actually have the Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway slash modem, whatever you want to call it, with its built-in antennas. Or you can take them off and put them on, but that it comes stock with the antennas that it comes with. So I use an external antenna normally, the Waveform 4x4 antenna, but the cable broke. The cable connector broke, so somebody actually told me on my YouTube channel that they'll probably just replace the cable, which I would be fine with. I don't need a whole new unit. I just need a new cable. So if they can do that, I'll be fine with that. But hopefully it's a new cable. That's the thing. I don't want some used cable or something. I want a new one. But I wasn't going to actually do speed tests, but I was just going to, I'm just, curious of what speeds I get, with the regular Chester Cheetah version 2, antennas, connected, not the Waveform antenna, connected like it normally is. So I was just curious, to see what kind of speeds we actually get with that. I know they're not going to be as high as the Waveform antenna when that's connected, but I'm just curious to see what we get. So let's actually get into this video. I'm going to open up the speed test app here. And I'll do the same thing, like I normally do. This is mostly for like testing purposes. I'm not going to keep it this way. Once I get the other cable, I'm going to go back to the normal speeds again, 500 to 600 download like we normally get. So they're definitely going to be noticeably slower, with the built-in Chester Cheetah version 2 gateway slash modem antennas. So, you have to realize, that's expected. That's not going to be as fast. So let me actually run some here and just to see what we get. That's not actually that bad, really. I mean, the ping is a little high. I mean, the ping, like I've said, even with the waveform antennas around that, but that's not really that bad, actually. 342 for the download, 10.1 for the upload. The upload sucks around here, like I've said, so there's not really anything I can do. Like I've said, I've tried band locking and stuff, and it just doesn't want to, improve the upload. And I've tried putting the antenna physically outside, and it just doesn't want to improve the upload or the download, actually. I actually tried it outside, and I actually get better download speed with it up in the attic facing out the window, the waveform antenna. But you have to keep in mind, this isn't actually using the waveform antenna. This is using the built-in, or the antennas that can actually come off and you can put them on, with the Chester Cheetah version 2. The antennas that come with the Chester Cheetah version 2, So, I was expecting it not to be as fast, but that's not actually that bad, really. I average like around 500 to 600 with the waveform antenna. But that's not bad, 342, for the download. I mean, that's very usable for me and my mom, for the next couple of days or a week or so. So that's definitely good to know, if I ever have any problems again with a waveform antenna or something, that's definitely good to know that this can keep us, at least keep us connected, until, I get a replacement or something. So that's definitely, really good to know. I mean, that's definitely not bad. Run a couple more here. Those are about the speeds, that I got with the gateway, with the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway. It had a hard time, like keeping a consistent speed. This seems to be the same way, unfortunately. So we would get like 300, 400, occasionally like 250, 280 with the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway. I tried like basically all of them. I had three of them. And they all, basically did the same thing because they don't allow band locking. Now this is actually with the band still locked on the Chester Cheetah version 2. And that's not bad. I mean, 400, 403 for the download, 10.7 for the upload, and 32 ping. I mean, that's definitely not too bad at all. Ping actually went pretty, far down on this one, so that's pretty good. Only 21. And like I said, I'm just doing this as a testing thing because it still is getting, it's still being, more inconsistent than it is, using the waveform antenna connected to it. So it's still not anywhere near as close as consistent as the waveform antenna, especially for the download. The ping actually seems to be a little bit better though. But for the download, I'm not a gamer, so I'm not really worried about too much of high ping. I'm not too worried. I mean, if it was like in the 80s to hundreds, or something like that, but we only average like 30 to 20. Sometimes 40, occasionally 50 ping. Even when I have it hooked up to the waveform antenna, but that's not bad at all from what I've heard. I asked on Reddit, and people told me, for a cellular internet, that's definitely not bad. So, and like I said, I tried it outside and I got basically the same results. I tried putting the waveform antenna outside, when I did have it hooked up. Like I said, I don't have it hooked up right now because the cable is broken. Unfortunately, like I said, if you want to watch more videos on my channel, I'm reaching out to them. I'm going to reach out to them tomorrow. I did send them an email tonight, but it's Easter, and they're most likely, not going to answer, tonight, obviously. But I did send out an email to them, but I'm actually going to chat with them tomorrow. It's Monday tomorrow, so they should be there. I'm actually going to chat with them and, maybe even call them and tell them what went on. I was just up in the attic, like, trying to mess with moving my gateway a little, to see if I could get better upload speed. And, I unplugged it, I moved it to another window up there. I unplugged the antenna, and then I went to plug it back in. I was doing testing and stuff, and I went to plug it back in, and the piece of the cable just snapped off. And I was like, oh, well, okay. I mean, that's not good. So I tried with my hands first to get it to go back on, and it didn't want to go back on. And then I tried with pliers, and then it still didn't want to go back on. I tried to force it on with pliers, and it just didn't want to, go back on. So I'm hoping that they're going to, stand behind their 3-year warranty like I put on my video. I put out 2 videos earlier, not too long ago, a few hours ago or something. I put on my channel, about 3-year warranty for their products. And I've had it less than a year, maybe a couple of months. So, they should definitely honor it. They might even give me a whole new, a whole new one. I'm not really sure. But it's very possible that they just give me I'm trying to think of the word. Somebody outside, I don't know, somebody outside with like a motor scooter or something. But I'm trying to say, in other words, I think that they need to, just give me the cable. I'd rather have the cable, than ship the whole thing back. But if they want to give me a whole new one, I wouldn't really mind that. I mean, it is what it is, whatever they want to do. But all I really need is the cable. The antenna works fine. It hasn't been outside or anything. That's the cable that broke. So, hopefully they stand behind it, and we'll go from there. But on this one, definitely not bad though for the stock antennas. Like I said, 362 for the download, 11.0 on the upload, and only 21 ping. It's not. These speeds are definitely usable, especially until I get the waveform antenna back up on par and working. But these are basically the same speeds that I was getting with the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway. They would get, like close to 400, but not get over it. Basically, it's basically doing the same thing. So an antenna, especially for my area, it definitely does help. As you guys can see here, the difference in the speed, it's like 150, the 250 difference, it's not really like it's usable, like I said, until I get it, back up on par, like how it normally is. I'm not really in a rush to get the cable. It's not like, I'm gonna, it's not like anything's gonna happen if I don't get the cable right away. This is very usable. I'm still experiencing faster speeds than most people get, actually, because with the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway, I believe I was only getting like 250 to 300 and occasionally 400, so I still am actually experiencing faster speeds than I was, with the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway. So I'm still getting faster speeds with the Chester Cheetah version 2, even with the built-in antennas, the stock antennas, I'll call them, not the built-in, because you can take them off and you can, put other antennas on there. So they're, I'll basically call them the stock antennas that it came with. But this is definitely not bad. I'm pretty impressed with these speeds, without the waveform antenna connected. I really am. It's not like blown away. But it's a lot better. It's definitely better than the stock gateway. The stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway. So I definitely give it that. It's definitely better than that. But I will be glad to get my waveform antenna back up and running for sure, though. But this will definitely do. For the next couple of days or a week or so. It'll definitely do. I'll probably notice a little bit slower download speeds, but that's not. It's not the end of the world. It's just gonna be temporary. So, but not bad though. Almost 400 on that one. 381 for the download, 9.79 for the upload, and 38 ping. Run one more on this server, and then I'll switch over to the Ashburn VA server. Got over 400 on that one, so not bad. But I'll definitely be glad to have my 500 to 600 back when I get the waveform antenna, fixed. I'll definitely be glad about that. But, at least I know, if I ever have to, resort to, using the Chester Cheetah version 2, with the default antennas, at least I know I'll be able to get by with that. Because I'm still getting faster speeds than most people experience. Most people actually only get like 200. They say that you can average. Most people actually only average like 200 to 250 with T-Mobile 5G home internet, and I was getting faster than that. Even with the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway, it wasn't as fast as this, or as fast as the waveform antenna connected to it, but it was usable. It wasn't it wasn't anything to blow you away. Like occasionally we would get like 250, 280. 300, 350, close to 400, and then, it would drop back down. It was just, too inconsistent for me, with the stock one. So, I just needed something better, and I got it with the waveform antenna, and then, the Chester Cheetah version 2, with the band locking. So, I definitely, hit a home run with that. Like I said, these speeds are very usable, though, definitely better than the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway, gives you out of the box. So this is definitely, good to know, definitely good to know. Especially for people, I figured, that I'd show you guys, what I do get, without the waveform antenna, so you guys can know, if you guys want to buy one of these Chester Cheetah gateways or modems, that way, you'll know if you need an antenna, or if you don't. I probably really don't, need an antenna. 300 to 400 is not bad, but it's just the inconsistency for me, because it goes from 300 to 400. With the waveform antenna, we get that 500 to 600, basically consistently. That's the difference there. That's definitely the difference, with the waveform connected. So, it definitely plays a role in our area anyway. Like I've said, every area is different, so it might not, matter in your area, but it definitely matters in my area. But like I said, the speeds are very usable, for just me and my mom and my niece and my sister coming over tomorrow. We'll be streaming, stuff on TV and everything, but it'll be fine. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, but I'm not worried about it. Like I've said, if you get slower speeds, obviously we're gonna, see some slower speeds probably tomorrow with the rain. It'll be cut in half. It'll probably go down to like maybe, I don't know, maybe like 300, 200 consistently, tomorrow, maybe, a little bit lower, but I'm not concerned about it because, I know that I'm going to get the waveform back, and this is just a temporary thing. So, I'm not really that worried about it. But like I said, the speeds are definitely not bad. I'm pretty impressed with them actually. So on this one, 409 for the download, definitely not bad at all. 9.93 for the upload and 38 ping. Let me actually switch over to the Ashburn VA server here. So yeah, it's being a little bit inconsistent again, and well, actually it's getting over 400, so excuse me. I was going to say it was going back, dipping back below 300 again or something, but it actually went to 421, and that's definitely not bad. Of course, I'd still rather have the 500 to 600, obviously, but, nothing I can do about that, until I get the waveform, antenna back, in commission and stuff, so not really anything I can do. So definitely not bad on that one. Download 421, upload 19.2, and 39 ping. I mean, the ping is a little bit high, but still usable. I mean, not bad on that one at all. 409 for the download. And the upload is definitely seems like it's slower without the waveform antenna, especially on this server. So normally we get like 29, almost 30 on the upload on this server, with the waveform antenna connected. So it is, it definitely is a little bit slower, but it's definitely not anything, to worry about, like right now, I don't have to worry about it, or anything, I can't, it's not like I'm going to freak out and say, oh, I can't, deal with not having 500 to 600 on download, like I said, I'm still getting more than the average person does, what they average, I'm still getting over 200, over 250, so it's very usable, it's not going to, bother me to be without the waveform antenna for a week or so. It's definitely not going to bother me, but I mean, I'm upset about it. But it's good to know that I can, have a backup solution. If anything would happen to the waveform antenna again. Hopefully it's not going to, because I'm not going to mess with it. When I get the new cable or whatever, I'm not going to mess with the cable much. I'm just going to hook it up, put it where it's going to be, and then that's going to be it. I'm just going to leave it there, and then I'll do a video, probably about where I have it and how I have it, and everything, which I was going to actually do today, but I was going to do my setup video today, I was going to show you guys how I have it set up in the attic, but today, unfortunately, the cable decided to break, so, that didn't happen, so, But it is what it is. It's under warranty, so we'll see what they say. And I'll keep you guys updated on that. But definitely not bad on this one. 409 for the download, 20.2 for the upload, and 39 ping. I mean, the ping is a little bit high, but like I said, it's very usable until I get the waveform antenna back in commission. And that's what it actually seems to do right there. It goes back down from 400 to 300, and then it goes lower. So it's basically doing the same thing that it was doing, with the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway without an antenna connected. So it seems to do that. It seems to be, it seems to like fluctuate more without the waveform antenna. Let's just put it that way. Seems to like go high and then low, high and then low. Which, it doesn't bother me. It's very usable still, like I said, for a week or so I'm not worried about it. But on this one, definitely not bad, though. Almost 400, 387 for the download, 18.6 on the upload, and 36 ping. Run one more on this server, and then I'll run one more on the the West Norton, PA server. Like I said, I wasn't even going to do a video on this. I wasn't even going to do a speed test video, but I thought, well, let me see what I get, on these tests, with this the stock, Chester Cheetah, antennas, the stock Chester Cheetah version 2 antennas, and see what I get. And it's usable. Like I said, it's definitely not bad. So on this one, 391 for the download. Almost 400 on that one, 19.7 for the upload, and then 40 ping. So let me actually run one more on the West Norton, PA server, and then I'll get off of here. Maybe we'll get over 400 on this one. Almost. But yeah, that's basically what the stock one did. The stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway used to do. It used to get to 400 or close to it, and then it would go back down. So the speeds are definitely, affected, without that antenna, without the waveform antenna. But like I said, very usable, definitely. So on this one, 397, almost 400 again on that one. 9.51 for the upload and 40 ping. Run a couple more. But I'll definitely be glad to get the waveform antenna back for sure. Some people would probably be like, oh, you're already getting fast speeds. But the thing is, you have to realize, guys, when you get bad weather and stuff, these speeds are going to be cut down. So you have to realize, the faster the speeds, the better. So that's definitely true. And not only that, during peak hours, if you get slowed down, you might not notice as much of a slowdown if you get faster speeds, which is definitely true. So you have to keep that in mind. The faster the speed you can get, the better, for sure. So on this one, not bad though, 381, but it did go down. Like I said, it's fluctuating quite a bit, with the default antennas. And then the 10.7 on the upload, and then 38 ping. Not too bad. Like I said, very usable. Very, very usable. Especially for just me and my mom, and occasionally some people over, like my niece or something, and my sister and her boyfriend, and, some friends or family over. But like I said, I like to have faster speeds if I can, and the waveform antenna, can supply me with that. So, and you guys can definitely see that here. I'm definitely, getting slower speeds, with the built-in, Chester Cheetah version 2, antennas. Or the default antennas. I keep saying built-in. They're not built-in, because if they were, I wouldn't be able to unscrew them and put the waveform 4x4 antenna onto it. So yeah, they're not built in. They're default. Basically the default antennas that came with it. But I'm pretty impressed with it though, actually, because I'm still getting faster speeds. With the default antennas for the version 2, for the Chester Cheetah version 2, gateway slash modem, whatever you want to call it. I'm still getting more consistent speeds, with this. Even without the waveform antenna connected, compared to the stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateways that I've tried. So, that's definitely a good thing. It's definitely good to know that, that I can get by, I can get better, speeds, versus the, stock T-Mobile 5G home internet gateway, even with, even without the waveform antenna connected to the Chester Cheetah version 2. So that's definitely good to know. So definitely not bad on that, guys, though. I figured I would shoot a video out, and just let you guys see, for testing purposes, just let you guys see, and I was curious as well, so, I figured I would share it with you guys. But, definitely not bad at all for, not having the waveform antenna connected. That's definitely not bad at all. I can actually run one more here before I go. Still not bad at all. I mean, a little bit slower on that one, 381, but, still very usable, until I get my waveform antenna back in commission. So definitely not bad on that one. 381 on the download, 8.74 for the upload, and 38 ping. So I mean, definitely not too bad. I was actually expecting the ping to be a lot higher, honestly, and the upload to be a lot lower, and honestly the download to be a lot lower. I really was. So I was really expecting a lot worse speeds, guys. I really was. So I obviously, like I said, I will be glad to get the waveform antenna back hooked up, and everything, and get my speeds back. But that's definitely not bad. I mean, definitely not bad at all. So very usable, like I said, until I get the waveform antenna back in commission. I'll be fine with these speeds, until then. If it takes a week or so, I'll be fine with them. So that's definitely good to know. But anyway, yeah, guys, like I said, I just wanted to get this video out there. And if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. And until next time, guys.